Albertosaurus is a beautiful display of afterthoughts decision-making at its worst. Although it's been around for a long time, it has only been introduced as a playable for the general audience in Everima. Of course, we don't know when this will be, but I hope to convince you that it should never happen. Why? Well, looking at the Isle's mid-tier lineup, something about Albertosaurus is just wrong. It fills the same niche as Allosaurus, at least presumably. I say this because the concept art for this guy is truly the bottom of the barrel. To give the artist Tapwing some credit, I highly doubt they're in charge of the actual substance of these concepts, and are more so just involved in the art, which is objectively awesome. The issue is, there are no identifiable traits or mechanics in this concept. We have no idea what Albertosaurus will do, and that concerns me. It's an incredibly strong mid-tier already that will most likely outcompete Allosaurus, Ceratosaurus, and the likes, while also terrorizing many small tiers as well. If Alberto is good at everything, and has a mechanic on top of that that's very strong, no one will want to compete with it, and will probably skip over the other options present, which is already a massive issue in the current game with Carno making up about 50% of the player base most of the time. From what we know, Alberto is Dondi's favorite playable, and since he runs the game, this influence cannot be overlooked. Alberto could get added solely because he wants it in the game, regardless of the balanced nightmares it'll surely come with. Now, to keep this video from becoming your typical hate-fueled Isle rant, I will say that this is purely speculation, and Dondi may realize its flaws later down the line and attempt to remedy the issues. But even if it can be given a proper niche without disrupting the other mid-tiers around it, there's still a whole other issue at play. Alberto is literally just a subadult Rex, and it always will be. It's seen killing small and medium-sized animals, as Rex does, it's seen moving rather quick, as subadult Rex does, and it is pretty much the same animal, being two very closely related species, which are made even more close when you consider that Albertosaurus is almost the exact same size and shape of Sub-Rex. This just deepens my concern that Albertosaurus is bloating the roster and making more room for balancing trouble. To add to all of this, Alberto's new design is polarizing. It really doesn't represent the sleek and speedy animal it's supposed to be, and feels much more monstrous and cool from a stylization aspect than many of the other playables in the Isle, although this is a whole separate issue that Scanova has already covered well. I'll put a link to his video in the description. Albertosaurus simply doesn't make sense from just about any way you look at it, and I think it provides a great example of how to not go about adding dinosaurs to your dinosaur game. Anyways, that's all I've got. Have a good day, bro.